Imagine walking through Pompeii on a hot August morning in 79 AD. It's a thriving, wealthy hub of the Roman Empire. The walls around you are covered in vibrant frescoes, evidence of the deep prosperity and culture the citizens here take for granted. Out in the streets, the morning market is already loud. Vendors are shouting over one another, selling fresh produce and salted fish. In Reggio 9, the central bakery is fully staffed and running at peak capacity, just as it does every single day. Bakers pull fresh, warm loaves from massive brick ovens to meet the morning rush. The air smells of wood smoke, roasting figs, and the sharp tang of the seafood stalls nearby. Generations of families have walked these exact streets, buying from these exact bakeries. The rhythm of the city is deep and established. Then the stone pavement shifts slightly. A minor tremor rolls under the feet of the shoppers. Water ripples in clay cups, and a bit of loose dust falls from the bakery roof, but nobody panics. The bakers don't even break their stride. Frequent minor seismic activity had conditioned the city to disregard these tremors. For those in the market, the shaking was just another predictable part of life. Surviving accounts from Pliny the Younger note that these tremors were treated as a mild nuisance rather than a cause for alarm. Because the region sat over an active fault system, the ground shook frequently, and daily life simply continued. Instead of fleeing, the citizens returned to their business, occasionally glancing at the massive mountain looming directly above them. In the summer of 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius looked entirely peaceful to them, a lush green peak blanketed in fertile, thriving vineyards. Modern geological data from the Bay of Naples survey reveals why this landscape was so deceptive to the people living below it. Vesuvius had been asleep for centuries. While this is a short window in geological time, it represents dozens of human generations. No living Roman had ever seen the mountain erupt, and they possessed no records of it ever having done so. The ancient Romans literally did not have a word in their language for a volcano. As the morning ground tremors eventually subsided, the bustling Roman city seamlessly returned to its perfectly usual daily routine. The failure to evacuate was a byproduct of geological timing. The population was living during a long silence in the mountain's history. They have exactly 1 normal minute left before the eruption enters its most violent phase. Suddenly, the sunlight is swallowed by a deep shadow spreading across the columns of the forum. The green mountain ruptures. Trapped magma breaches the surface, launching a column of gas and debris miles into the atmosphere. Millions of tons of ash and pumice crash down into the streets, burying the city faster than the residents can react. We can see the transition from a living city to a buried one by looking at what remains in the ruins today. Inside the central bakery's ovens, excavators found this single carbonized loaf of bread. The scoring remains visible, flash frozen while baking as the ash fell. The baker never reached for this loaf. It stayed in the heat while the city was buried, marking the exact moment the morning's commercial life was interrupted. That loaf is a small part of a larger picture, an entire civilization frozen mid-breath. The forensic artifacts left behind serve as a reminder of how quickly a mundane, perfectly normal minute can become the end of the world.